So, like, no time went by from that. I mean, lots of time has gone by since that Stratos video. It's not like we'd record them back to back.
No, not like we would.
Okay, but we're just trying to be efficient and get as many of these things done as possible.
Yes.
So we're back. It's Patrick.
It's Jeffrey.
And we're back with another
He-Man bio talk figure.
Hey, action figure bio talk. And who are we talking about today?
Faker.
Faker. Masters of the Universe Classics Faker. So you want to get started with the bio?
Okay.
Alright, let's go for it.
Faker, evil robot of Skeletor. Originally built by Man-at-Arms to cover for He-Man when Prince Adam is needed, Faker was abandoned in the royal junkyard after his first mission and salvaged by the evil warrior Triclops. At the request of Skeletor, Faker was reprogrammed to replace He-Man and convince the people of Eternia that He-Man had betrayed King Randor and turned evil. Dun, dun, dun.
Every time I hear this bio or read this bio, I'm always like, and
we did that right on cue, man.
And this bio really, like, and I love the bios. Again, I'll say it a million times, but I do love the bios. But this one, and I like what they're trying to do.
Build the story.
Absolutely. I'm a huge fan of the bios. Qualifying statement. But they're so short sometimes.
I know. I mean, this one's, what, not even 4 lines long?
Yeah, no. This one, and it could have been really great to have really fleshed out some of...
Like, what did Skeletor really use him for? Like you said, just to make people of Eternia think that.
Oh, the cat. We'll just keep going with that. Yeah. That was not Battle Cat. That was our little girl, Alien.
A-L-I-O-N.
As in a lion.
Yep.
So anyways, back on track. Let's not let her derail the situation. Yeah, no, like, it's not a lot of information. What does Faker
really do?
Right, and does he have, you know, like, the ability to think for himself, like Roboto does?
Yeah.
Or is he strictly a robot?
And Man-at-Arms built him. Shouldn't he be able to control him?
Right. Well, and do you remember Faker's appearance in the 2002?
I do, yes.
So
Prince Adam had been captured.
Yes.
And Man-at-Arms built Faker, right, to distract He-Man, so that
distract Skeletor.
Yeah, distract Skeletor, so that Battle Cat could bring He-Man his sword, or Prince Adam his sword, while he was in Skeletor's
exactly. Prison. You know, and so there was that explosion, and the He-Man look-alike, like the robot fell over or whatever, and flashed blue, like it stopped working.
I think they kind of hinted something to us with that.
Yeah, and I think it was said somewhere else in an interview that eventually they were going to revisit the Faker character in the 2002 series.
Yeah.
And that's totally a departure from the Filmation cartoon where Faker was at the end of an episode where Skeletor just sort of conjured up this Faker, He-Man, in front of Castle Grayskull to sort of trick the sorceress a little bit.
Yeah.
And
his name fits, Faker.
Yeah, and that Faker was really different because it looked just like He-Man but with glowing eyes. No pupils or anything. There was no color changes or anything. And that was a really controversial episode.
Why?
Because, you know, that in the early 80s, especially, like, He-Man got a lot of flack for being too violent. And parents were all up in arms, and you know, so the creators of the Filmation show were constantly having this push-pull with sort of what they could get away with, what they couldn't. And Lou Scheimer was very conscientious of, like, making sure that it was very appropriate for all kids of all ages. And but this one episode, He-Man never really hit anybody per se, or used a sword, or killed anybody. I mean, he didn't even, like, break branches off of trees. And Faker was charging He-Man, and He-Man was like, no! And Faker tripped and fell into the abyss of Castle Grayskull. So it was like, did he die?
So violent.
That was very violent.
Too violent.
No, but it was a big issue.
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't know any of that, but I've learned that since watching the Filmation DVDs that were released via BCI that had all those awesome extra footage, commentaries and stuff. That I know you're not a big fan of Filmation, but It's cool.
I mean, I like Filmation.
It rules. You don't either. You fell asleep every time we watched it. Okay, back to Faker. So this was different for Faker.
It was.
You know, because the 2002, because it didn't have anything to do with that, and then this bio sort of takes that to the next level.
Yeah, a whole new Faker type of bio thing.
Yeah.
Not completely new, but a lot of it is new.
Right. So, you know, I think it's interesting. I don't know. I kind of wish that they had worked in some of the whole magic of Masters of the Universe, so that maybe he was originally a robot, but then there was magic used, and he actually became a character. You know, and not just a robot.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, again, with the amazing technology we have, we're going to flash up or somehow keep static a photo of the Faker figure so that we can talk about that, and you guys can check out the Faker figure.
Here's Faker.
So the Faker figure. What do you think of this figure?
I like him. I mean, I never had much of an emotional connection to Faker, but overall, I think this figure is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, we got the 2002 figure, which was an exclusive of, I think it was maybe Action Figure Express? Toy Fair. No, it was Toy Fair.
I don't know, you got it for us.
I did, yeah. Toy Fair Faker, we had to mail away for that figure, but we got it. Which was, you know, all these figures of Faker have always just been pretty straightforward repaints of the actual He-Man figure, but with Skeletor's armor.
Yeah.
And you know what's irritating about that?
What? With
Masters Universe Classics, first of all, this is probably one of, and was for a period of time, my favorite figure on the line.
Really?
I love the paint app on the Masters of the Universe Classics figure. The blue is so vibrant and bold, and then the orange is just, I love the contrast of the orange, and it's like the crossbones have that little like pearlized sort of paint on them. I don't know, it's one of the cleanest figure paint jobs that I've seen on these figures. I don't know, it just really truly was like totally one of my favorites, and I've had no attachment to Faker at all.
Yep.
But I love the figure. And out of all the figures released so far, it definitely is my favorite Faker figure ever released versus 2002 and the Classics figure. I like how the robotic parts on his chest are not a sticker.
Yeah. Like
that can just peel off. It's actually like painted or whatever on there. But you know what annoys me?
What?
Is that we've gotten 2 weapons packs in this line with additional armor, and we still have not received the original Faker colored armor. And because in the cardback art, he had like a magenta, almost a pink skull and cross. It wasn't orange. His color scheme wasn't orange. It was like a fiery reddish pink.
Oh.
And I want that version. Mattel. Toy Guru. We've had 2 weapons packs. It's so demanded.
Could you paint it? Or is it a different design or anything?
No, I mean, no, you could totally paint it, and there are really great customizers who have done that, but I do not have those skills. So I can switch heads and switch feet and stuff, but I would never switch. I would never start painting the figures because I don't know anything about that. So, but we need that. We need that. That was the original sort of illustration we ever got of Faker. We don't have it. And I think it would just be cool. I don't know. I don't know which way I'd end up displaying it, but I'd like to have the option.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think Figure's awesome.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything that you don't like or like compared to 2002?
No. And like I said, I don't have much to say about Figure. Like, when I look at him at first, there's nothing that strikes me that's different from him than that I just see noticeably.
Yeah.
So, I don't really have too much to say about him.
Low key?
Low key.
So, end of story, Mattel. We need that 2-pack. Oh, no. We need that weapons pack, the
with
next weapons pack to have the cardback art colored Faker armor. It's about time.
It's original, right? That was the original one, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So
maybe somebody in the community can let us know. Was the magenta colored Faker stuff the first time we saw Faker, and was that the right color?
Let us know.
Please do. And I guess until then, good journey.
Good journey.